Morning.
You guys will do anything to get out of OTAs, right?
And then there's me. Feeling pretty good right now.
Good to have Bruce's cart on hand.
I think that one's mine, but any cart would have done right now. Skateboard would have been great, but they gave me a golf cart.
What did you have done?
Had a knee replacement done last Wednesday.
How tough has that been?
Left.
How tough has that been?
The first 3 days after surgery was pretty tough. Right now it's coming around. It's a matter of PT and coming around, so it's been doing a lot better.
Prognosis for the season?
I'll be fine.
Day to day?
I'll be fine.
Coach, this is voluntary, obviously, so you generally don't take attendance in these things. But there was a report that Tristan is, maybe you guys may disagree with me, is not going to come until his contract's settled or extended or whatever. Are you aware of that? Is that the case? Or?
I'm aware that it's voluntary, and me and Tristan had conversations, plenty of conversations. He's still working out, and he's been here all off season, so I'm comfortable with that.
Now, what are you looking for at this phase from these guys now? Obviously, you got a new offensive coordinator, probably a big priority. But what are you looking for specifically out here in these next 10 OTAs?
It's really a lot, Guys got to get in shape. Guys got to get the offensive system down. The coaches got to get used to the players on offense. Obviously, the new guys on defense, but they're getting a lot thrown at them early, and it's when it slows down for them after about 4 or 5 days. That's when I'm really looking for them to make a big jump right now. But we're putting a lot on them. We're putting a lot in, and first time out in this heat, and it's not really hot yet. We're looking for mental errors to be down to a minimum and the penalties to be down to a minimum, and them just getting familiar with everything. And they're seeing a new defense, and obviously the defense is seeing a new offense to a degree, and just getting everything down, getting the communication down is really what I'm looking for.
Going off that, Coach, what kind of role do you expect Jordan White to have on your
Well, Jordan's been physical when he was here. We watched him in New York. He played the same role there. He's a lot more vocal, a lot more experienced he was when he left here. Him and Wynn had a great relationship when they were here. They still have one right now, looking for that one to grow. I think it'll help the communication on defense. He was one of our vocal leaders back then. It can't help but the more people that talk, the better we'll be.
Cade is practically now the elder statesman in his room. What's the most significant stride he's made in the 2 years he's been here?
Durability. His durability has been outstanding. We've called on him a lot as a rookie. It's hard to believe he's only a second, third-year guy coming up, and his durability has been outstanding, and he's had different coordinators each year, so his ability to adapt and learn. He's had different coaches. It's not like he's had the same position coach or he's had the same offensive coordinator, so to learn different things and tweak his game to fit what we need him to do has been outstanding.
Coach, he's not here today, but Casey Rogers was saying Vita Vea has really trimmed down and lost some weight. Have you seen him this offseason, and how pleased are you with where he's at?
Last time I saw him, I was very pleased with where he was at. I'd like him to continue what he's doing. I think he's having a great offseason with what he's doing right now. We look for him to come back stronger and faster and quicker and help us win.
Casey was talking about him wanting to be a more dominant player and really take his game from being very good to dominant. He's got the potential to do that. Is that a message that you're echoing as well?
We've talked about it for a long time. He's finally taking it to heart to where he's really making the strides and the changes needed necessary for him to be that type of player. So we're excited about him coming back, and we can't wait to see him.
Coach, last year, Godwin played the majority of snaps outside. And can you talk about the reason for that, what the thinking behind it was, and now Liam Cohen wants to move him back inside, and also the purpose of that?
Well, he's an inside guy by nature. He can play outside, but he can make a living inside doing a bunch of things for us, and we plan to let him do a lot of things that he does best. He's coming off the injury last year, so I don't know if he was at full tilt inside or outside, but he looks a lot quicker, a lot lighter, and he's healthier now, and he's eager to learn and get the offense down, so we're just excited to have him out on the field.
As Liam is installing his new offense, what have you seen from the progress of that?
Precision is the big thing. Everybody being on the same page, understanding. It's like a string. All 11 guys, all 11 guys have to be on the same page. All 11 guys got to have a great understanding of what the defense is doing and what they have to do off of it. So we're building that and we're getting there. This was the first time it was full speed for everybody, and there were some plays that were successful. Some plays we like to have back, but it's a process, and it's him getting to know them and them getting to know him. So it's been good so far.
Nice to see that Baker's been here like the whole time.
Bake's been great. He's eager, he's hungry. All the guys are, and we're just ready to get started.
Todd, from a defensive play caller mindset, when you look at Liam Cohen's offense, what are some of the biggest challenges it presents for your defense or for any defense?
I can't give away game plans of how to stop us, guy. That makes no sense. But he has a very wide variety of plays that he can do from certain formations, and it's just not the same thing. The action may look the same, but the play may not be the same, and the tweaks and the adjustment off of it is very difficult and very complex that way, and that's what we got to get down offensively.
He had mentioned there's multiple plays that he puts in, and it's going to be Baker to call it at the line when he sees the defense. You kind of like that attack?
I mean, most quarterbacks do that. They get about 5 or 6 plays, and they got to pick the right play to call. Baker's been in the offense before. He's a very bright guy, and him and Liam has hit it off from the start. So we trust Baker to make the right call.
A couple more, please.
Oh, he's strong, and he's faster than I thought he was. Shorts and T-shirt, everybody looks good, so to speak. But we like what Breedison brings to the table as well. So it's gonna be a tough training camp for that spot.
When you look at your secondary's revamped, it could have as many as 3 new starters back there from last year. What are your thoughts on how that is coming together, at least from what you've seen so far? And what's the biggest thing, aside from communication, that these guys are going to have to do to take your secondary play to the next level?
Well, just getting used to each other, but I consider one new starter because Zion started 9 games last year, and Jordan's been here before, so we just got him back to plug in. The communication's got to build up. Dean is smarter. Winfield's obviously smarter. Zion's smarter. Those guys and the way they work out together off the field and the way they communicate on the field, you look for that to cause more turnovers with understanding what each other does.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Todd. Rick Godwin's on deck.